Hi Capricorn, welcome to your new love reading for February 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Divinely Daddy Tarot. Love and support to him. Check him out, show him some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. This also might be a new development in your current existing situation, and this could also be your moon, rising, Venus, or your partner, your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. I think I covered everything. So much for everything else is in the description box down below. Okay, yes, so I covered everything. All right, hi, how you doing, Capricorn? New love for February. Let's do it. What do we got here? All right, Capricorn. 9 of Pentacles, okay. King of Cups, wow. 10 of Swords. 7 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Nope, that way, yeah? Yeah. All right, who are we dealing with here? Put these here. Okay. All right, let's see. Not these guys, whoopsie. Hello. Okay. King of Pentacles, so that could be Virgo. Doesn't have to be, male or female. All right. Did I get that right? I did not. Okay, it looks crooked to me. It is. All right. This could be Scorpio. Okay. Gemini, Aries, or Virgo. All right. So, what's this Knight of Cups about? That looks promising. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. What's this Knight of Cups? There's that. Oh, what I thought. Why does it feel like there's this scrappiness, or like there's this? Okay. Do we have trust issues here, or are you feeling like you're competing with someone else? Are you having to? Is there just a lot of busyness and going on here, and there's a lot more chaos than it's. It's not as simple as just you and the person. Is that what's going on here? All right. What's this Ten of Swords? This Ten of Swords. 3 of Cups. Okay, 7 of Swords for Capricorn. All right. The Empress. Okay. This is Wheel of Fortune for Capricorn. You could be dealing with somebody. All right. So here's the thing. You're being pulled at from a couple different directions. And you really do prize your self-sufficiency, and it's kind of preferred at this point to where you don't want to be a part of any drama. So it feels like you're being pulled in a couple different directions. Getting some water. My throat is so dry. So it feels like you're being pulled out in a couple different directions, and you're going to be dealing with someone that's also going to be pulled at in a couple different directions. You two are both into it, but it's not just you two. For the Capricorns that I'm reading for, you've got someone that's got a lot going on, and you've got a lot going on. For the Capricorns that I'm reading for, and it could be that you two are trying to leave your respective others. Oh, there's that medical issue showing up again. You got 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Huh. Is this, okay, so you're either dealing with someone that you met that was in transition out of a relationship as you were, and so neither one of you are either clear of that, or you could be dealing with someone that is really focused on taking care of themselves right now, because they just kind of came through something pretty darn serious, either medically or emotionally. Either way, this is someone that's having to learn self-efficacy, relearn maybe some life skills, or some kind of just they're wary of others or getting involved too heavily right now because their focus is on self-care, and kind of fortifying themselves and making sure they're self-sufficient. So you might have happened upon somebody that has the same kind of circumstances you do emotionally, trying to leave a connection, and then you two meet and it's like, oh my gosh, you got each other, and then you got each other's issues. Or you've met somebody, but you're going to have to wait a little while because the worst of whatever their medical condition is over. Let the healing begin, but it's going to take time. And so we got someone focused on their own self-care and having to be very attentive to that, and not much time for the relationship, or they can't prioritize the relationship. So 2 things here. This medical issue keeps showing up. So this is you giving your person or this person space and a lot of slack, because there's affection here, there's a love here, there's caring here. This is you two care for each other. The feelings are mutual, whoever this person you're going to meet is or you are dealing with. The feelings are mutual, but their stuff is bigger than your stuff, and they're working through it. Man, Capricorn, is that where Saturn is? Because it has not been easy. Seriously, this has not been easy. This is someone that if you're going to be with them or stick with them, you're going to be showing up in service of for them for a while, whether it's helping them heal or just kind of being patient while they work through their business so they can get to you, because it's legitimate. I mean, if they say, oh, I got to deal with so-and-so, or, work or whatever, they're not trying to blow you off or sneak out or anything. They mean it. But this is a person who's kind of impacted on all sides. And while you two are going through the same thing, their situation is much more up in the air than you are, because you're competing for their attention with other people. It's like you're not the only one at the table here. Not romantically per se, at least not in their mind, but they do have an ex or two that's going to make things a bit difficult. And their family is kind of difficult also, like siblings and older generation, not their kids, if there's kids involved. Medically, you've got someone that's probably already got a team set up or whatnot, and here you come along and they're just like, okay, and they've got other people vested in their interests, so here you come and it's like, are you trustworthy? Are you going to care about this person? They don't need any stress, no drama. Unless you're showing up to be in service of, don't bother. So yeah, okay. It's frustrating because you're not the only person. Like, they're the only person for you. You've got your situations handled. You're up and running, but they don't. So you're going to be waiting if you decide to do this. They've got a lot going on that you're going to have to show up and be in service of if you want to be a part of. There's an end in sight, but not for a while. The worst is over, whether it's medical or emotional, whatever this person's dealing with, but they're focused on themselves right now. What's this Magician about? This Magician. Good. 7 of Wands. Okay. I like it. Magician and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so for this right here, whoopsie. This, I never advocate for this because I don't like you having to go without or not get your needs met. But for this situation right here, there's value in waiting. I mean, you do what you want, but for the Capricorns I'm reading for, there's value in waiting for this person. They mean it. Whatever they've been saying, they mean it. They just have business they have to take care of. Probably sick of hearing me say that because it's not the first time I said it, but the worst is over, if that's any consolation. But they really do value security and stability and self-efficacy and sufficiency, and they're trying to get back to that. They don't want to be a part of something if they can't be coming into the situation whole. So they're kind of feeling one down because either medically they're compromised, they're healing, or they just got out of something major that's still kind of pulling at them, and they're like, I'm not ready yet because of that. Like, I don't want to have to drag that in. And yet they've already kind of started with you, so it's like you're in this frustrating in-between stage. And I don't think they expected this with you. I really don't. I think they were just all about wanting things to be easy and free and just be around safety, you know, people and things that are predictable and stable for a while. And so this is someone that's learning how to trust again, learning how to deal with maybe some, if it's medical, they're relearning a few skills. Like this is someone in physical rehabilitation, physical therapy, it could be, that's delaying things. Because there's you're waiting for this person. And there's value in that. For this situation, it looks like you got yourself a good one. You're going to have to wait. And you're going to have to be the strong one or the stable one. And I hate to put that on you, but what's showing here is that if you're, we got the 7 of Wands, we got the Magician, we got the King of Pentacles. It 6 of Pentacles. Like this is you having to be kind of and it's like they'll catch up, but it's that in-between stage, that frustrating, annoying in-between stage. And I don't think this is unfamiliar. For the Capricorns I'm reading for, I think you come back around to this again. I think things were okay, set to launch, and then something happened. What else for Capricorn? Knight of Wands. Well, there's passion there. I mean, honestly, this is... It's not going to get any deeper than this. I mean, if we got somebody that's medically compromised or kind of fragile, this can be rather inconvenient. Come on, let's go, let's do this. And they're like, wait, I need to rest, or I need to, but, for someone else, this could be someone that can't be spontaneous. Like you're ready for it, but you're having to look over your shoulder being like, come on, are you coming? Because they can't do what you can right now. Your schedule is much more flexible than theirs is. So we've got you over here. We got the 9 of Pentacles. There's an interest and a compatibility here, but they're not ready. And you really don't want anybody else, but you're kind of having to wait. And that's frustrating also. So it feels like this is somebody you know, obviously. But you're like, should I cut my losses? Should we just... And the answer is, if you want this person, it is worth it, but you will have to wait. That's the frustrating part, is that you're going to have to cut them a lot of slack. And you know what that means. I don't know why, honestly, but what's showing here is that it's worth it. The worst is over, but there's waiting. Some of you don't mind. Some of you might be like, you know what? I've been through it too. I can coast. I'm happy knowing my special someone's out there for me. We know each other, and it's just a matter of time. Got all the time in the world now. Some of you are okay with it. Some of you are like, are you kidding me? I want to get this show on the road. What else for Capricorn? You're in a better place than they are right now for things to progress. That's the frustrating part. Capricorn. So it's almost like you're kind of doing and going and busy and doing your thing, and this person, you're going to have to kind of leave them behind for now if you want to keep going and doing. It doesn't mean that you're breaking up with them. It just means that the relationship is not progressing. They've got to deal with business, and maybe that's what the shift is here, is that you've been here before with them and they can't keep up because something keeps pulling them back, or they keep having to slow down because of healing or whatnot. So it's definitely put the momentum that you want on hold. So yeah, it's frustrating. Let go and have fun. So that could be with this 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands is needing to, because it's just too frustrating to stay there. You want to be able to have fun. When you get to see this person, it's great, but they can't keep up with what you want to do. And they're still kind of dealing with their situation, and you're not as pulled back or as pulled upon. You're in a much more stable position. And while they want that stability and they prefer that and they're compatible with it, they're having a tough time. So they're having delays, and it's frustrating. And so it's like, you know what? If you want this, waiting will be worth it. If you don't, you're it's like you're going on and doing what you want to do. And I think there's going to be for the Capricorns I'm reading for, I think your person will understand. It's not ideal. It's like there's going to be an understanding between you two. But for some reason, you're really debating this. You're going back and forth here. You don't want to because if you do, you feel like this will be it. Like if you do go on, how do you move on and start doing things without them and not be broken up? You know what I mean? Like it's really tricky, and I don't think it gels well. So it feels like if you start to do what you want to do, if you start to get out there and get after it and start making your life happen and you enjoy doing that, you're good at it, good partner, is it going to be that the door closes for you and this person because you've never really fully gotten off the ground with this person? Is that why you're like, I don't want to let go, I don't want to go anywhere, but I'm getting tired of waiting, I'm getting really frustrated? Because once you do that, it's going to be too late. I think that's why you're hesitant to really move on. Because you're starting to want progress and movement and forward movement more than you are with this person beside you. Because you want the person, but you're tired of having to wait because you've been waiting a while. With the Capricorns I'm reading for, you've been here before with this person. And it was going along for a couple weeks fine, and then they got jerked back again, and your stuff had ended. And it's pretty much resolved, or manageable at least. Theirs is not. And it's starting to take its toll. Okay. So how does that, I mean, it's interesting because it's like, okay, the worst is over. Maybe the decision or the surgery or something's been handled, but then there's all these like after effects or after little issues. Okay. Interesting. What else for Capricorn? This is a tough one because it's going to be your call. It's worth it, but I think it's starting to get frustrating that you're not able to do what you want to do with this person. You're tired of waiting. If you are, if you want this, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to show up in service of. They're going to need a lot from you, more than you're going to be able to get from them right now. So that it's going to be your call. And it looks like you're impatient here, wanting to, let's do this. What else for Capricorn? King of Wands, that could be Sagittarius. All right, so when it's like this, I turn it. Okay, so King of Wands, that could be Sagittarius. This is High Priestess, which could be Pisces or Cancerian. All right. There's either an affair going on right now, or this is you not listening to your intuition and kind of plowing through something, trying to make it work, make it happen, and not listening to your intuition. And again, I think it's because if you were to listen to your intuition, if you were to tap or to sit quietly and just be like, this is what I want, maybe you're afraid that you feel like this is the right person but the wrong time, and it's been the wrong time for a while, and that could really affect it being the right person. Like there's something that you're not wanting to reconcile with or listen to about this situation. And I think you're just wanting to get the show on the road and go and do, and you're not connected to your inner voice or your intuition on this. It's almost like you want to power through it and, when in doubt, force it. It could also be, though, that because the worst is over, you're wanting to get out there and have the time of your life. You're almost like, I don't need to sit and dwell on things. I don't need to kind of be secretive or shut down. My issues are done and over with. I want to get out there and have fun. I don't want to have to wait. I don't want to have to be sequestered and wait for someone else. Could be a combination of that. Wanting someone, but the situation or the time isn't right. And in acknowledging that, you kind of already have made a decision. it's like when you finally acknowledge it, there's like acceptance, because you can't not know what you know. So all of a sudden then it becomes like, well, no, I don't want to realize that. I don't want to face that truth. I just want to, let's just be happy. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. And yet you could have been doing that, and it's getting old because you're the one that's having to be stable, or you're the one that's having to kind of drive this, and it's tired because you have your own life too outside of this person. And so you've got your kids or your family or your work or whatever, and so you can't be doing the relationship all yourself and deal with your family and your kids and So on the one hand, it could be an affair, but it feels more like you just kind of wanting to make everything okay and make this happen, and let's go do this and this and that, and you're not listening to your intuition, and you need to, about what to do in this situation. And I think it's because you're not going to like what it has to say, that you think you might need to let go of this person. And I don't think it's that you need to let go of this person. I think that you need to accept the situation as it is and realize they can't be what you need right now. It doesn't mean a breakup or that you have to let go of them, but I think it might feel like that. And that's what you're like, no, you don't want to accept that. But it doesn't mean that you have to end things. It just means that you have to accept that right now this can't be. It's not what I want it to. And you can't fix it either, Capricorn. That's another thing. You can't fix this. You can't make it okay for this person. You can't heal them any faster. And you can't resolve their situation for them. So you have to accept it the way it is, and yet it's frustrating, and that you can't do it for them. You can't take it by the reins and manage this and make it happen. And so that leaves you here, and round we go. I think there's a middle ground. I don't think it's about realizing this is the right person but the wrong time, and I have to let you go. I don't think it's that, but I think it feels like that. There's a middle ground here. Realizing, dang it, I'm not getting my needs met. It's going to be a lot longer until I do. What do I want to do? Maybe you don't like the answer that's going to come up, which is, you know what, I really want physical companionship, or I really want this, or I really want that, but I can't do that while I'm still in love with this person. That's frustrating. It's like it's just out of your reach. So there's a lot of things that maybe that you don't want to acknowledge or listen to right now because it's inconvenient, and it would feel like a loss of hope or loss of potential or loss of possibility. It isn't, but it's certainly not ideal, and there would be waiting involved. Okay. All right. But you're wanting this. You're wanting to get out there and get after it. I don't blame you. Maybe you could find a middle ground. You know what I mean? Like an agreement can be reached or something. Because like having to be sequestered and wait for them because they're the person you want to be with, that's hard. Ugh. Okay. That's a tough one. Because you don't want anybody else, but you want to be able to celebrate and have fun. The worst is over, but you're still not free. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. You take care.